Hello everyone, it's Monday again. It's very early, a little chilly, a little bit of rain, but I think this is the world telling me I'm gonna make it hard and crappy for you on Monday for your first run, and then Wednesday and Friday are gonna feel so easy, I think. The good thing about running early is I will meet fewer people. Deep down, I know people don't care about me one bit, but I feel so awkward and self-conscious running because I know I don't look like a runner. I don't have the gear. That's a minor thing, but mostly because I do intervals of usually a minute. Today we're going up to 2 minutes of running in a row. Can you imagine? But because I do intervals, they will see me run and then stop running. So that feels a bit awkward. It's even worse when there's somebody who's actually running. I'm like, oh crap. It's silly. I'll get over it. Probably. We'll see. Okay, time to go. Time to go. I'll see you on the other end. If I was a superstitious person, I would think I jinxed it. I was not going to record anything after the run, but as I was running, in front of me was an elderly man. I overtook him because I'm that fast, and I don't know, 5 seconds after I overtook him, I got doo-doo-doo, start walking. I was, okay. I start walking. 5 seconds later, a lady running overtakes me, and I go, okay, well, this is it. A few minutes later, I'm running again, and the app says you're halfway there, and that's when I turn around. So I walk for a half minute more, and of course cross path with the elderly man again, walking again. Oh well, not important. This morning was a bit of a slugfest. It's so humid and cold. There are slugs everywhere, so I had to dodge them. At least it kept me entertained. That's it for today. See you on Wednesday. Hey everyone, hello again. You might remember and have wondered why, when I'm tracking my heartbeat, recovery, sleep, all kinds of things, and I decided I have a single hair tickling my nose. It's annoying. Gut. Anyway, I'm tracking all kinds of things, but not my weight. The reason why I am not tracking my weight is because, one, I'm not entirely sure that the amount of running would have any sort of meaningful impact, but most importantly, I want to be able to enjoy my breakfast after running without feeling guilty about it. And so, for example, today, there we go. For example, today, I'm starting with one bun that has butter and honey, a second bun that has ham and a brie type of cheese. I have my yogurt with some raspberry, a lovely big cappuccino, and a floof who's only here because of the ham. I suppose it's only fair I should give him some. There you go. Good stuff. You can do it. Well done. Obviously, now that he's got the ham, no interest in me. So this is why I'm not tracking my weight. I know this is a big breakfast. It's not what I have every day, but after getting up early, running, not quite in the rain, I'm being a bit dramatic here, but you know, drizzle, I need that good breakfast. Now you know everything. Welcome everyone to the post-run mid-breakfast video. I am making things up as I go along, trying things out, and I think that between the quick video before I run, quick video after I run, and video later once I've cleaned up a little bit and I have breakfast, that is definitely my favorite. So maybe I'll do a little bit more of that. We don't have latte today. He was around, he saw I don't have ham, only bread and butter and honey and fruits. He's not keen on that, so he left. Just me today. The run today felt a little harder for me. I didn't really want to go, but I went, so I don't have to tell you that I didn't go. Thank you for that. You helped me out there. The app introduced the 2-minute interval. So far it was 1 minute. I think on Monday it was 1 minute and 30 seconds. 2 minutes felt long. It did. And I realized something. You've seen where I run. It's a smooth surface, which is very nice. There's a bit of green, that's pleasant, and it's flat. Well, I've become acutely aware that it is mostly flat, and to my great shame, I realize that when I see it's gonna go up a little bit, I will either slow down or try to go a little faster so that I am walking when I reach that part of the path that goes up. So week 2 is done, and there's one thing that I've learned is that I will complain about the weather no matter what. Week 1 I complained that I had to run in a drizzle. Week 2 I complained about having to run in the heat. Even though it was 7:30 in the morning, that was too hot. So apparently I'm just destined to be weather grumpy. It might be a very French thing to do. But it did make me realize one thing about gear. You see runners with all sorts of specialized clothing. I can fall into that trap where I'm not gonna start something because I need to have the special thing for it. So in the end, either I do nothing at all because I don't have what I feel is required, or I eventually get the thing and then don't do what I was supposed to do with it. So for this challenge, I was like, no, you have what you need to run, you go and run. But 2 weeks in, I've decided to make exactly one purchase. I'm gonna buy a sports bra. It's very annoying to have to pull up the straps of my bra mid-run, and it's something, I think it's a reasonable purchase and something that will make the run probably more comfortable. Speaking of things that affected my run, like most people, I have music. I was running to Boris Brejcha. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. That keeps me going, but it's not enough. You see, Spotify has betrayed me a number of times, specifically when a song ends and there's that silence until the next one. And I go from having that great music that keeps me going to just hearing the thump, 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 thump of my heavy footsteps. And then that moment I feel less than gracious. And when the music stops, and like, oh, do I stop running then? But no, that's the cruelest thing. You have to keep going even though there's no music to help you. So yeah, Spotify has the worst timing ever. I have found one trick that helps me though. While I'm running, I am thinking about the stories that I want to share from the run. So that keeps me distracted for a minute, up to 2 minutes. I don't know if I can do that for the whole 20 minutes at the end of the program, but we'll see. For now, that helps. You saying hello? And bye. There you go. You've had the shadow of latte. Enjoy. But let's talk about what the data is telling me, because there are some interesting trends, I think. Yeah, my resting heartbeat had dropped by nearly 3 beats per minute over these 2 weeks, from 73.5 to 70.7. Maybe it means that my cardiovascular system is already adapting. At least that's what the internet tells me. However, the improvements comes with a reality check, because I can tell that I am more tired on the days that I run. I have this weird feeling where in the morning I say, okay, go, run, you do it now, and then you can forget about it. And I do the run, and I write my numbers, and then I go, all right, is my day over? Because it feels like it should be. Everything is just a little more difficult to do on the days that I've run. Essentially, I feel like I have less energy those days, and I've noticed that on the mornings where I don't have an alarm clock to make me wake up, I actually slept a lot longer, like an hour longer than I would normally sleep. And I consider myself an early riser. Without an alarm, I will be up at 7:30 typically. On the more encouraging side, my VO2 max has kept going up ever so slowly over the weeks. Something that is important, the VO2 max is something that would require a specific physical test with specific equipment. So what Apple gives me is an estimate of that. But even if it's just an estimate, the trend is upward. That's an encouragement, and that's all I need, at least for now. Something that I've noticed as well, I had planned to introduce stretching on my rest days. I was like, okay, the days I don't run, I should go for a walk and I should stretch. I did go for a walk, I didn't stretch, and the truth is I don't really stretch the days I run either. There is a 5-minute walk to warm up and a 5-minute walk to cool down, and that's all I do. Now I had planned to introduce stretching on my rest days as well as a walk. I do the walk, but I don't stretch, even though that seemed like the responsible thing to do. I think it's because I didn't feel all that sore on the days after I ran, with the exception of the very first day and the very last day. That's how I was reminded of the whole stretching business. I guess it's probably a classic mistake, but this morning when I got up from my chair, and every time I got up I was like, oh, yep, I can feel that. So week 3, I want to try and do at least a little bit of stretching after the runs. So generally speaking, the data suggests progress in the right direction. I have a slightly better recovery. My various fitness markers, even though they're just estimations, seem to be better. I haven't missed a single run. However, I don't want to celebrate. I don't want to pat myself on the back too much. I think I mentioned that before. The last time I tried to run, I ran for 2 weeks and everything went down on the 3rd week. So the real challenge, or at least the real first challenge of my willpower, is going to be next week. We'll see how it goes. I'm optimistic, but I don't want to celebrate just yet.